The ship at the center of the worst maritime disaster in Australia's history has been discovered more than 4,000 meters beneath the sea, 81 years after it sank. Japanese transport ship SS Montevideo Maru sank with about 979 Australian troops and civilians on July 1, 1942, off the coast of the Philippines. Join us on a journey through time as we unravel the events surrounding this heartbreaking maritime disaster. It was in the summer of 1942, in the midst of World War II. The Japanese Imperial Army, occupying parts of the Philippines, sought to transport Australian prisoners of war to their homeland. The SS Montevideo Maru, a cargo ship converted for troop transport, was assigned the daunting task. Unknown to the prisoners and their families, this journey would seal their fate. As the ship set sail from Manila Bay, the atmosphere on board was fraught with uncertainty. The Australian prisoners of war, captured during the fall of Rabaul earlier that year, were crammed into the holds of the vessel. With little space to move and only dim lighting piercing through the darkness, their spirits were weighed down by the oppressive conditions. The Montevideo Maru sliced through the waves of the Pacific, escorted by Japanese naval vessels. The prisoners could only guess at their destination, their hopes clinging to the possibility of repatriation. On the fateful morning of July 1, 1942, tragedy struck without warning. Unbeknownst to those on board, the Montevideo Maru had strayed into treacherous waters, where lurking beneath the surface was an American submarine, the USS Sturgeon. In a horrifying twist of fate, the submarine unleashed a volley of torpedoes towards the unsuspecting ship. As the torpedoes tore through the hull of the Montevideo Maru, chaos erupted on board. Lifeboats were launched, but the vast majority of them were never seen again. The ship rapidly succumbed to the relentless assault, slipping beneath the waves, taking with it the hopes and dreams of nearly 1,000 souls. The discovery was a long time in the making for technical director and submarine specialist Captain Roger Turner, who spent years researching the wreck to narrow down its location. There was a lot of information out there, but ours was the first time it had all been considered in one breath and put together in an argument that demonstrated where we hoped to find it. The team conducted bottom contour mapping to initially locate the Montevideo, Mr. Turner said. That allowed us to program an autonomous underwater vehicle so that it could then fly at a constant height over the seabed, he said. The seabed was actually delightfully, boringly flat, which was great because then it meant anything we might find would stand out and be easy to identify. Then, when we got the information back from our third search, there were the obstacles on the bottom very recognizable as the Montevideo Maru. SS Montevideo Maru was found after 12 days of searching in the South China Sea by a team led by not-for-profit Silent World Foundation, Deep Sea Survey Specialist Fugro, and supported by the Department of Defense. The wreckage will not be disturbed, and no human remains or artifacts will be removed. The ship, which sits deeper than the wreck of the Titanic, will be recorded for research purposes. Features found on scans of the wreckage, including the hold, the foremast, and the curve of the bow, match those found on drawings of the Montevideo Maru. The National Archives of Australia launched a website listing all the names available of those on board, including a complete translated copy of the Japanese military's list of victims. The deaths were not fully revealed until the end of the war. Relatives are able to search for family members and add their own photographs and messages to pay tribute to their loved ones. Thank you for watching to this heartbreaking story. If you are interested in more discoveries, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with our latest videos.